from the people's yards.
Oh, geez.
So I decided I was going to turn around and try to go back home.
Were your
Yeah,
parents okay though? I mean, because that's unprecedented snow and ice and everything down there. Was there electrical heat and everything in their water?
there was water issues after the
Okay.
fact in Memphis. South Haven did not have any issues. DeSoto County did not have any issues.
Okay.
But Memphis, people on the Memphis Light, Gas, and Water Services did have issues simply because I guess the vacant houses, we don't think about this stuff, but the vacant houses in apartments that are on outside walls, um, when they're not vacant, they're not being heated, and the water can burst, which causes the pressure to drop. And once that pressure drops in the system, then more bacteria can be introduced in the system, and that's why they say
Wow.
having boil
Waters. Exactly.
notice. So
Well, I felt terrible for those who were affected by that. Not just in the Memphis area, but throughout the South as well, down in Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, areas that are even Louisiana, where a lot of areas were, used to that kind of stuff. But glad you weathered it. Now it's nice and warm down there, and we're still near the lake here, freezing to death. And that's you get the last laugh.
listen, if y'all don't mind, like I'll do a little plug, but
Go for it.
I'm gonna pop off.
I was just going to say, I think we got a moment here where someone wants to pop in and someone wants to pop out. So go ahead.
I'll pop
So
off.
you guys,
I'm gonna
again,
I'm gonna try to be on tomorrow sometime, like
Thank
mornings, afternoon, Eastern time. If anyone wants to come help me figure some things out here.
all
I'm
right.
with you guys.
You know how to get out? You just hit the little exit. It's a tiny little pink phone at the bottom. All right, that was Christina E.
Wow.
She's a quiz hostess. It looks like somebody invited somebody. I didn't even I don't know if I invited him or not, but he's here.
Yep. I see him. He's in the wings.
Okay, because I made
Randy.
yes, I made the professor director tonight, so I didn't have to worry too much about that. Hello. This is our weekly music chat, and I did not know that you even had an interest in music. So
I am the biggest music enthusiast on the planet. I am from Hendersonville, Tennessee.
okay.
And by the way, Chris, I went to school with all the children of Roy Orbison. We're all the same age, so it's pretty neat. You know what? You said you were over at Roy's house. I wonder if that's where I just feel like I know you from somewhere since the day I seen you start playing on Habs. Boy, I really feel like it. If you were at Roy's house, his son and I were in high school together the whole time. I'm just wondering if that's where I know you from. Really, I got this brotherly connection with Chris that I feel like I've known him since I was 9 years old. I don't know how I got it. I don't get that.
yeah, I know. I remember seeing you, and I think, man, I know you from somewhere. But I was on Bill Street up until last March this week. I was on Bill Street for 10 years at the same location, which is 159 Bill is King Jerry Lawler's Hall of Fame, WWE Hall of Famer, Jerry the King Lawler's restaurant. And next Friday, I'm going to make my first public performance back on Bill at the Rum Boogie Cafe. And I'm really excited about that. So it's going to be the first time in a year that I've been down there performing for a while.
Congratulations. That helps fill your wallet back up, don't it?
I'm kind of nervous, to be honest with you.
Okay. Well, this is really interesting. We have, for the first time on the broadcast, Randy Horton, and we have Christina, who is new to the app, and we have two musicians. But I hate to do this to you, but I'm the one to host tonight, but I'm going to I'll have you say a little quick something about maybe we haven't had this, Randy. Nobody's answering this question for some reason. But famous Grammy moments, anything about the Grammys you want to mention? They are on Sunday. You can bash the Grammys if you want. I know Jim wanted to bash the Grammys. The professor here has worked as a historian for the Grammy institution. I myself remember the moonwalk. I mean, that was a big thing. And also, I think there was some other great Grammy moments that I remember. But that was one of them for some reason when I was a kid. Stuck in my head.
The moonwalk was actually Motown Live.
There we go.
25th.
Motown 25. Motown
Yeah.
25.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was the moonwalk.
Let's
But
get
there
this
was
started.
there was a group of dancers way back in the 40s or 30s or whatever, and they were doing the moonwalk, and that's where he got it from.
Yeah, that would be the Nicholas brothers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, they were doing stuff, man. You're gonna break your neck, kind of stuff. And that was one of the things that they did.
Who was the other guy
Um,
that used to be on his tiptoes and all that kind of stuff and like go way
Gregory
back?
Hines.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Gregory Hines. I don't know.
Gregory Hines, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Professor, were the lockers ever
They
a
were
part of
not,
the
but
Grammys?
however, one of the moments that involved dance in the Grammys was Herbie Hancock's performance of Rocket. Now, if you're familiar with the robots in the video, he
Yeah.
actually had dancers reproduce
Yeah.
the movements of the robot. So he actually had the guy jumping in and out of bed, and dancers doing the robot bit. Go look it up on YouTube. It's
All
awesome.
right, there we go. Jim, do you have any famous Grammy moments? And then we'll go straight to Randy again. I know everybody knows who you are, Randy, but I still just humor us, and you will have a chance to introduce yourself and say what you do. But yeah,
I'm
famous
here
Grammy
only
moments.
to support you.
Yeah, oh, that's very sweet of you. We're here to support each other. It's kind of like we formed this group because a lot of people on here are music heads. Transitioning from Periscope, a lot of us did music. We played music quizzes, but now we're kind of graduating to this sort of Periscope 2.0, where we're finding out a little bit more about each other and how deep our knowledge goes and our experience. Some of us are musicians, some of us are former DJs, some of us are former collectors, or all of the above. So let me see here. So famous Grammy moments. Anything about the Grammys, Randy, that rings a bell? Anything about that, or maybe just a famous music history moment, like live. Maybe you see stuff. I know there's this one guy. He's like seen just about every Rolling Stones concert that are. Are you a concert goer?
I am a weirdo. I don't watch TV. I haven't turned the thing on in 5 years. I never get starstruck because I grew up right down in the buckle of country music, and everybody was an artist.
There
We
you
grew
go.
up one block over from Johnny Cash. Like I said, I went to school with Roy Orbison kids. I went to the Hendersonville High School where half your country artists went to, and it's just kind of always been around the folks. So the only person I really have a lot of respect for, not that I don't respect everyone here, but a guy I used to went to church with, he actually did 2 #1 hits in gospel, and he's a writer. And I just didn't know you could become well-to-do and famous from gospel. So I got a big shout out for a friend of mine since I was 6 years old, Dave Clark. Wherever you're at in the world, I just want to say love you, brother. And thank you very much.
That's awesome. What's the 2 for? I don't know what that is. You just say.
Oh, that's a peace sign there.
Okay, I'm totally missing your cues tonight. I'm just gonna have to listen for the bell. So, Jim, famous Grammy moments or any thoughts that you have, or
Grammy moments, none. Back to you.
Grammy bashing you'd like to do? What about Britney Spears kissing Madonna or whatever that was?
Nah, that was more.
That was the MTV Awards.
I know. I'm just joking.
Yeah. No, I just never starstruck. I always like something that's about to emerge, and as opposed to something that was in the past. And by the time it's in the past, it's not relevant on the Grammys. But at the same time, if it's something that's about to become popular, it's not on the Grammys either. So I'm either on either side of the fence. So I prefer listening to old stuff like the Professor plays, like 60s and 70s R&B, funk, soul, that kind of stuff. Or I'll listen to like 80s metal, or I'll listen to some new music that's out there nowadays that hasn't really gone popular yet from different genres of music or different formats.
Well, I'll actually put out another moment in country music award.
So, hey,
You can look this up. This is probably one of the most memorable moments of any award show. What happened was, I think it was 1975, 76. John Denver was nominated as Best New Artist in Country, and a very drunk Charlie came out to read the nominees, and he actually read the nominees, and he whips out a lighter and burns the piece of paper and goes, John Denver, and he just kind of with this look on his face, and that was the last time you saw Charlie on any award show.
Wow.
Now we need that guy to come back and do something like that again. That was the best moment ever of any awards show, man.
Well, I don't
I
blame
love
him.
it.
John Denver is no country artist at all.
I know.
Well, that was his
yeah.
beef. Yeah, that was his major beef on that there. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, they were trying to do all that crossover way back then. But we have some people joining us. I know late in the evening here. We got C.S. Murphy. Shout out to C.S. Murphy. Someday